Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you're all thrilled and enjoying lockdown like I am. Sorry there's not been any videos. Obviously I can't go to work, can't really make any videos. So I've got a few different ideas I want to play by you. First one is run through Unilites. So I highly rate Unilites. I've always had Unilites since I ever heard of them. Because when I first started, I always used to buy just cheap, cheerful lights off Amazon or eBay. Little LED floodlights. I remember buying my first one from CEF, which was probably about 8 years ago. And it was like the very first portable 10 watt, it looked like an LED floodlight with a battery pack. And I think that cost me 70 quid. Used it all the time. It wasn't brilliant. It was all right. And then ended up buying cheap ones off Amazon and eBay. And then from realising all the expensive power tools I have and everything, one of the key things for an electrician is you turn the power off, it becomes dark most of the time. Especially cupboards, lofts, that sort of stuff. So I think it was when I went to ELX Coventry last September, I bumped into him on the Unilite stand. I was walking around with Chris from CJR, looked at their stuff and I was like, nice. So I spoke to Unilite directly on Instagram, ended up buying a couple of things. So one of the main things was I got the SLR2500, which is a big side light, which you can see to the right of me. And then ended up getting the SLR1750 power banks, got 2 of them. Then the SLR500s, got 2 of them. So it was sort of main site light for garages or kitchens when we're doing rewires. And then the smaller ones were for me and Adam to put on our tool bags, have one each, fuse board changes, lofts, cupboards, that sort of stuff, which worked brilliantly. And I highly use them on every single video I can. Not trying to promote their stuff, but it's there being used, so why wouldn't you mention it in a video? So I spoke to them at Unilite and they sent me some new stuff across. So that's what the purpose of this video is today, is just to show you through a few of the new products. I've not had the chance to test them out, so we're going to test them out together. Okay, let's start smallest first. So this is the USB Rechargeable Cat Light. Boom. So this obviously is made for me because I've got a head torch, don't really use it because I wear a hat all the time. Why I wear a hat all the time? Because it makes me look cool. On top of that, using a head torch most of the time, I do take my hat off every now and then when using one, but if I'm wearing a hat in the loft, it's saved me that many times when I've smashed my head on a joist or whatever. If you don't wear a hat, you won't understand. If you do wear a hat, you know what I mean. But they said they've got this, so obviously this is ideal for people that wear hats constantly. So you've got, I think there's 2 different brightness settings straight away. And then you've got the LED flash and the red one. So I'll try this out properly in a second. I'm trying to see what I'm doing in the phone at the same time. So that clips on. Let's have a brightness test on the wall. Let's see how dark we can make it in here. Right, I turn all the lights off. It is pretty dark in my room. So first one, this is your main beam. So I've just redecorated my office since I've got all this spare time in the world, so I might as well show off a bit. So main one, obviously, if you don't click it straight away, if I press this again now, it will turn it off. But and also you've got, I don't know how well you can see that, it glows in the dark, the button. But if you click it straight away, so that's our dimmer light on it, and then it should be a red one, and then it strobes red. Obviously this is USB rechargeable, which they sent the cable within the box. All in all, this will come in really handy for them little tight spaces. I'll probably use this a lot of loft work, cupboards, fuse boards. Even if I've got one of my main torches under the background, just to have this sat in the cap, which is obviously in front of my eyes as well. So, and it doesn't weigh that much. I remember trying to stick my GoPro on my cap once. It was that heavy, it would just end up bouncing it down, but that one's all right. What do you think? So all in all, yeah, and another thing as well, obviously you've got an angled hinge on it as well. You can see that. So if you wanted something pointing straight down in front of you or above, you can easily angle it down and do some writing. No problem, power cut. That was that one. It's a wicked little light. I don't think it's too expensive. I'll put all the list below and obviously the details to contact Unilite directly in the description. So as far as the first light, the smallest light, I like it, I use it. and the fact that you can recharge it as well once it gets flat is also a bonus. Right, next one on the list. This is the IL275R. This is inspection light. Thin, light, and this is the 360-degree ball joint on the bottom, which you'll be able to see there. So magnetic bottom, easy on and off, button at the back. It's got a little belt clip. Us lot using electrical trousers. Works with trousers, obviously this will slip into your side pockets as well. Nice sleek design. This doesn't have a battery indicator on it like the other lights. So I meant to say that on the cap light as well. There's no battery indicator light, but the size of it, you can't really complain. So magnetic base, I don't really have anything metal in here to stick it to, but I have been watching PV Plumber uses this. So it's good for boiler repairs as well, fuse boards, anything that's metal, stick that to. You can then angle it to the position that you want. It's got a torch on the top, which is button 1, button 2, and button 3. This is micro USB charger, which the cable comes with as well. So let's do a light test. Right, same again. First one is the torch at the end. Second click is the dimmer version. I mean, still that's really bright. And then third click is the even brighter version. So all in all with this one, it's IP20 as well. It's such a cool light little light. Like you say, magnet on it. This is one of the ones that probably just constantly sit in my pocket. So it'll slip in this way. Clip will go in my side pocket. Yeah, doody little light. Next one, IL65R. So this is sort of the big boy version of the IL275. Few little differences. So you've got two magnets, one on the back, one on the bottom. Your grippy pads as well, anti-slip. Charger is USB type C. You've got a battery indication level there, which I'll demonstrate now. That should be lit up. Yeah, nice, good in the hand. Like I say, still fit in your pocket. I'll do the light test with this in a second, but I've been using this in the evenings in the garden and whatnot because my outside lights have been knackered. And I'm just shocked with how bright this is for a little handheld one. This is bright, don't get me wrong, in the comparison size with it, but this is super bright. So click once is your main beam. I'm trying to see how. Clicked it, oh, there we go, I left it too long. So 2 clicks, that's your dimmer version. 3 clicks, you got a UV one on there as well, black light. Won't really have much use for that being an electrician, but other people will. So you click it 4 times, you then got the torch on top, which itself is really powerful. But I mean, just the main beam on that, it's just trying to get back to get it all in, but it is massive. Super, super bright light. So as you can tell with that one, that is obviously the brightest of them. That's what it's sold as. The best thing I think with Unilite, they've got the design right. It looks nice aesthetically. It does what it's meant to do. They're rechargeable. I literally don't have any complaints with any of the lights so far. I will be using all of them. I've already been using this one. This one might end up going in Adam's pocket. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, there's obviously quite a few different varieties out there that you can use as well as just torches. I mean, I'm half tempted, like you say, get one of these for my my brother. We can walk the dog with it because it is, well, ace. Next one. So next one is the SLR500. I wasn't going to do this in the video, but the fact I kept all the boxes originally because I'm sad and I like to hoard boxes that look nice. From all the previous lights I've owned, which is these ones, these are the new ones. I've got the lights here, I've charged them up because I've got nothing else to do during the day. So I might as well run through a few things with them. This one, I've had a lot of use out of. I've got 2 of these. This is sort of the baby version of the other one that I'll show you in a bit. Things I like about it, magnetic bottom. You've got the strap, which I used to hold on the side of my Vera bags. You've got the degree that you can change it to. So there's a few times we've had it on the side of a radiator pointing up. We've had it on the bottom of a fuse board pointing in. Angle it sat on the floor. You've got the torch on the top so you can point it directionally. Nice click buttons. I think it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 3 different dimming settings, and then obviously you got your torch on top. if you turn it on, hold the button on, it changes it to the torch, vice versa, change it back. Micro USB charging, battery indication on the side, which one's, I've just said I've charged it, I haven't, this one's flat. Yeah, all in all, I think these are wicked lights. I've used these ones so much because I had the SLR1750s first, which is this one. They're obviously bigger than this, and I thought for a few smaller spaces, that's why I bought one each, and they were a good price as well. So, right, SLR500. One click. First one is your main power. Try and get that back for you, so you can see nice and bright. Next click. It's half power. Same again. So you've still got. So if you're running low on battery, you only need a little bit of light. That's that one. Turn that back on. We hold it down. Now we've got the torch, and quite a powerful torch as well, to be fair. I've only used it a couple of times, so when we've had it angled bracket, we can point it up at the ceiling, at the fuse board that I need, the directional light. And then on top of it, you've got glow in the dark around the front of the light, same as these ones. So if I just light these up a little bit, that glows in the dark, and then same as the thing with the top of the button for the cap light. Right, next one is the SLR1750. Personally, out of all the lights that I now own, this is my favourite. Always has been, and I think it would be something very, very, very fancy to try and overtake this. So it's obviously just the big brother version of the SLR500. Bonus is it's got a power bank built in, so you can charge your GoPro, your phone, anything like that off the top of it with any USB. I've only done it a couple of times. I never bought it for the power bank really, but it has come in handy with a few YouTube videos as well where I've run out of batteries for my GoPro, so I plugged my GoPro in this, actually use this as the vlogging arm, whatever you want to call it. Same things, magnetic bottom, swinging out arm for the tool bags. We have two of these. Each of these are sat on bag 1, bag 2 that I own. Battery indication on the back, obviously power bank as well. This is USB type C. This is a micro USB, this is USB type C on this one. You've also got threads on this one, which you don't on this one, to put it onto a tripod of some sort. This one is my favourite, purely the fact size and the amount it gives out. Compare it to my SLR2500, which is obviously a massive area lighting one. This is still portable lighting in my eyes. And what it says on the box, work light with power bank. So also with the lights, obviously it comes in the boxes. So you look at the back of the boxes, it's got all the information on the back of what it does, the powered settings, all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to run through that because if someone said this to me on a video, it would mean absolutely nothing. So I'm just giving my honest opinion. Personally, that's what it's going to be like. I've dropped this loads of times. Metal at the back, plastic at the front, hard glass at the front as well. It's got a few chips in it. A bit of the paint's come off. I don't know why you can see that. I'll try and get it super close. It's really durable. And so I dropped this off a ladder, I dropped this out of loft. This is my main go-to light in a loft. Pretty much for doing a lot of things other than I don't want this sat in the way and it's too bright. That's when this comes into play. I can see this being replaced by this one, possibly this one, and my hat light will just complement the other lights as more directional when I'm doing fuse boards. Yeah, well, the only thing I can really say about it now is we'll do the test in the dark, but this is horrendously bright. So like the other one, it's weird to see how you can't really judge how well this is compared to the other ones, but this is really, really bright, especially when you're in such small spaces. So it's hard to judge on camera. You've got to take my word for it. So that's setting 1, which should be the brightest. And then obviously double click half of it. Then again, oh, it's actually got 4 settings on this one. Hey, you learn something new every day. I'm trying to make it as dark as possible, but it's really windy outside and I never decided to fit my blinds properly. So yeah, wicked light. Jesus. Right, last one is the Unilite SLR2500. It's an absolute beast. This is the one that I had my eye on when I went to Coventry Elex. The design, awesome. Metal, it's like a thick rubber around the outside, grippy. This one came, you've got to buy it separately, I think, with its strong magnets. So this is coming handy for garage doors, fuse boards. Obviously you can take it off, it'll sit flat on cupboards, tables, floors, you can angle it. up, down, whichever way you want. I find it quite simple sometimes when we're doing kitchens. I have to screw a few washers to the ceiling and we'll put it straight on top of the ceiling as an angled light down, because it's a floodlight and it's an area light. So they have brought it out with the tripod, so you've got dual tripods with metal trays, so you can hang it either way. I've got my eye on it really. I would like another one of these, because I think they brought out the new version with the radio in it, but as much as I'd like that, I've already got a radio and I don't really use Bluetooth speakers, so it would just be a gimmick thing for me, but I'll just use the light as it is. Battery indicator on the back. This is 12 volt charging this time, so it comes with a cable to plug in, obviously battery indication on the back. Other than that, there's the 3 different settings, so you've got your main, medium and low. I said that wrong. It starts off low, then it goes to medium, then it goes high. Awesome light. I think there's a 1300 version, then you've got this one, and then there's a 1420. It's not 1420, 4200. Good job, Nick, good job. But this as well has took a bit of a battering. Glass on the front, hard metal around the edge. It's been dropped, it's come off garage doors when I've had the garage door open or down and someone's opened it while I've been in there. I left it out in the rain a couple of times, sat in the roof of my van quite a lot. So there's no rust on this whatsoever, as moist as it gets in the back of my van, due to climate and weather. But yeah, wicked light. I'll do the light test. Are you ready? So this is the dimmest setting. Then you go medium. And then powerful. And you just can have to take my word for it. It is ridiculous how bright that is. But it's difficult to show you in this room because it's only, what, 3.5 meters, 4 meters long, to where I'm standing with my Crocs on. That's right. Couldn't even be asked to put white trousers on. Crocs with some paint on it. Nice. Yeah, brightest setting, ridiculous. You could put this up in the corner and it would just light up the entire room, almost like it's daylight. Obviously you've got the shadows, but it's ace, absolute ace. I'm fully aware that after every light I just did, I said it was ace or it was great or amazing, and it's really good, and take my word for it. They've got a lot of reviews, a lot of people. They've gone up from my knowledge, nothing in a year and a half on Instagram to 40,000 followers, there or thereabouts. Their products speak volumes. They are good. They have good reviews. They work. There's always customer service on the phone, on Instagram. They speak for themselves. They look good. They work well. The cost isn't half bad for what they do. There's obviously cheaper lights out there you can buy, whether or not have the warranty or it be as good. And a lot of the time, I think nowadays as well with products, if it's good and it looks good, it adds the extra bit. I don't want to be buying products that look naff if they're hanging off the side of my tool bag. I don't think there's much more I can say on it. I mean, I'll put the Instagram below. The good thing about this company is they're always reinventing stuff. They're always bringing new products out, always looking to test the water with something new. That's why obviously these ones have got sent to me, new products. Looking forward to some more in the future. Bigger, brighter lights. I'll probably do a bit of a better test when I'm not locked inside my own house and I can actually use it on site in a loft and show you. I'd use it in my loft, but I don't have one because I've got a loft conversion, so I don't really even have a dark room other than this, to show you in. So, you know, in the future, you've seen this one especially and this one in loads of my videos before. I use them all the time. I wouldn't recommend stuff that's naff. I don't want people spending their money on crap products, then it looks bad on me as well. So, take my word for it, good lights. I'll put all the stuff below, go check them out. Cheers guys, stay safe.